When we had days like today with the weather like it is, other than the kids being in school right now, they'd be in the pool swimming. Moved to Harford County in 2013. The home itself had none of the backyard area you see now. As we got settled into the home, I wanted to figure out what was best to make the back side of the home an enjoyable space. I would drive around Harford County. If I saw any signs out that noted, hey, Woodfield or whoever had done some kind of work on that property, and I would peek around and see what work was done. I did see a lot of Woodfield signs, so I became pretty familiar with their work fairly soon as we moved in, and that helped me build, that trust. I knew they had done good work in the county. They were well received in the county, so that was one of the factors that led me to contact them once I was ready to go ahead and do our outdoor area here. As far as a hesitation, this is a big investment for me and for my family, so it's not something you can just jump right into. I wanted to make sure we were thorough in who I selected to do the design and build, and I wanted to make sure that the family was sold on the design, ensuring that we had the right people doing the job and ensuring that the family was fully on board, because ultimately this is something that myself, my wife, and my 4 kids would truly want to enjoy for as many years as we can. So that took a little time to work through, but we're happy with the decision we made. My biggest goal was to make sure the pool itself was a place where the entire family wanted to get together, spend time on the weekends, and really enjoy ourselves throughout the summer and as long as we can during the other seasons. Working with Woodfield, it was really an open palette in terms of what we wanted to accomplish. So there weren't a lot of physical challenges, a straightforward process, I think, in terms of how we kind of laid things out. We have the ability to move things around and shift things because the property's large enough to do that, and just make sure that we didn't have any drainage issues. Wanted to make sure we had sunlight on the pool as much as we could. We worked around that, turned out perfect. You're well aware there's a lot of steps in the process to build something like this, and there's a lot of different suppliers that are required to make that happen. But from the decking through anything on the facade, the boulders, the slide, the equipment, it was great to not have to figure out who do I need to bring in to do that. Woodfield not only does the great workmanship to put all this together, but they do the coordination of making sure the materials are here, installed properly, and then throughout the design phase too. The design process was extremely thorough. We worked early on with some of the 2D designs. We did the flyover with the little drone to get some images of how things would lay out with the property lines, which worked out really well. So once we had the overall schematic of how we wanted things to look, we were able to really touch and feel some of the different materials, get an idea of color schemes with the ability to see some of the stonework and see some of the decking and how that laid out and looked with some of the boulders and the slide itself too. Did everything flow and really go together really well? You have unique organic lines, but I think it's a very clean flow, clean look with how you have some of the features where it's more organically shaped. I wanted to have that kind of look to it as we started to pick out the different finishes throughout the pool. That really worked really well. Getting that feel for what it looks like in a 3D virtual space, trying to get it out and understand how the final project would look before we even had a excavator in the yard. We kind of had a good idea of what we're looking for. I know throughout it takes time and there's a lot of hard work that goes into it. The Woodfield team was responsive throughout that. We worked very closely together. I think worked out really well with the craftsmanship. It just put the icing on the cake. When you see the end product, it's absolutely stunning. For someone who's going to consider doing this kind of thing, ensure you do your research, see what else has been built. You don't have to walk into the design room with everything figured out because Woodfield will help you do that, right? It's a process. It's going to take time. It takes work. It takes communication. But you got to understand the end product is the end goal. We've been able to really spend a lot of family time around the pool all summer long, weekends. I help coach 2 club soccer teams, so this has become the de facto soccer team pool party area. It's adult friendly as well, so adults can spread out, sit on the sun shelf, enjoy themselves, relax, get in the hot tub while the kids are going down the water slide. It really makes a full cohesive kind of environment for adults and kids and everybody alike to have a good time. Friends and family come around the corner of the home and kids and parents are like, wow, what was designed and built is spectacular. From a recommendation perspective, 100%. Woodfield definitely delivers an exceptional outdoor experience.